Welcome to CW 31.4 EM, proud supporters of the Citadel Security Officer Retirement Fund. With today's charity ball event, let's take a moment to thank our local men, ladies, and everything with tentacles in between in blue. These service officers are the unsung heroes of the Citadel, and on behalf of its inhabitants, we thank you.
Thank you, Citadel Security.
Thank you, Citadel Security.
Thank you, Citadel Security.
And if you wish to further open your hearts and express your generosity, consider donating to the CSEC Retirement Fund.
I'm going to donate today. The upcoming Citadel Security Presidium picnic looks delicious.
Don't forget, CSEC is always looking for new cadets. If you're looking for rewarding work where you can serve alongside those who guard our homes, uphold the law, and protect our lives, visit the CSEC Academy and speak with a recruiter to see which position is right for you.
With enthusiasm. Looks like traffic control is right for me. I'm going to
sign up today. No Batarians. Good morning, Zakera Ward.
Welcome to a special evening edition of GMZW and good evening, Zakera Ward. I am Asar Amore, and on this special broadcast we'll be honoring the various security officers, firefighters, and servicemen and women that comprise the Citadel Security Force, colloquially known as CSEC. Suraya and Jorik will be providing live coverage of tonight's Officer Retirement Fund Charity Ball, already underway, while I, once again, remain here at the studio.
We've already spoken of this, Asar.
I'm aware, Ben. I just don't understand why you couldn't have requested 3 tickets after we've donated so much.
I actually didn't purchase any tickets, Asar. Jorik had already said he was going to the charity ball, and Suraya received a ticket from an anonymous benefactor.
Anonymous benefactor? Curious. Nevertheless, having 3 representatives from the show as opposed to just 2 could have done wonders in regards to our network reach.
Drop the act, matriarch. You just wanted to go dancing.
What? No, this isn't an act. I meant it in all sincerity, especially as the gala will, no doubt, have public figures willing to sit in for interviews, as well as business representatives desiring ad time.
I've lost enough money recently. 2 representatives is sufficient.
I wasn't aware that tickets to the ball would be quite so expensive. What happened, Ben? A capital venture fail? A business interest fall through?
Watch it, L.
L? That's not my name.
Oh, but that's what it starts with.
Temper, Rock.
For one thing, the studio repairs weren't cheap. I also have some investments with companies on Noveria. That new Spectre caused a lot of people to lose money last week.
Did Commander Shepard perhaps cause some financial difficulties for businesses that harbored and assisted Saren? Rogue Spectre Saren?
Elana's risk control had nothing to do with Saren. Shepard killed dozens of ERCS guards in her search for corruption for no reason. All that came out of it was the removal of a highly profitable administrator and thousands of credits and property damage. Thanks to her, my shares and holdings have dropped by at least 5 points.
So the fact that Administrator Analeus is corrupt is irrelevant? He used ERCS as enforcers and embezzled from almost every company operating on Noveria during his tenure.
There is no published proof of such claims. This new Spectre has no respect for the way businesses run.
I find it strange that you're ignoring the public report from internal investigations. Shepard was clearly more than willing to procure evidence so that due process could be followed. There was some collateral property damage, certainly, but this outcome will serve better in the long run.
In the lab spaces that Shepard sunk into the ice, the research and staff lost by binary helix are not better in the long run, Asar.
True, but I'm sure the new administrator will be encouraged to keep things clean from now on. The Noveria Development Corporation is going to be much more invested in the administrator's doings, I'm sure. That's your latest news for tonight. We now go live to Suraya and Jorik at the CSEC Retirement Fund Charity Ball. How are you two doing on this lovely evening?
Oh! So you two finally decided to check in on us. Took you long enough.
Sorry, dear. Was just discussing recent events in Novaria with Mr. Rock.
More like arguing, I bet.
That would be more accurate. How is the event so far?
Hey, Matriarch. Do you happen to know where we could find any masks?
Masks? Why would you need masks?
So, apparently, tonight is also a masquerade ball. We were unaware of this.
And we didn't bring any masks.
That is not a pressing concern. You two are there to represent GMZW. Have you been networking at all?
Don't worry, Mr. Rock. We're working on that.
I thought we were here to report on the charity fund ball and the executor's address. It would have been nice if someone had told us that we needed masks.
Well, did you read the invitation correctly?
Well, I mean... Define read?
Oh, Suraya, must I?
Slightly surprised.
What? I saw a free ticket, I saw a date, time and location, and then it's a ball. I thought those were all the pertinent details. Then Mr. Rat gave us an additional assignment and we were off to the races. Dances.
Suraya, if you do happen to find where we can get masks, I'd really like to grab one of those feathered ones. Do you see that officer? The one with the cool
Oh,
feathers?
I see her. The feathers really bring out her... fringe? I guess?
I love it.
So, who are your dates for this evening, Suraya, Jorik?
We're actually by the champagne fountain, waiting for Soraya's anonymous date to show up. He attached a note requesting that she meet him here.
I have a feeling I know whom this might be.
I'm just surprised someone would want to go to a ball with me, quite frankly.
Oh, hey look, there's Officer Atacia. And he's walking towards us?
Good evening, Suraya. I see you received my ticket.
I did! Was that you? It didn't say who sent it.
My apologies. I purchased it and had it delivered to you in hopes that we would spend the evening together. I wanted to make amends after the last time we spoke.
I'm not sure. I'm here to do some interviews and report on the executor's address, for work. I don't know if I'll be sticking around for too long, to be honest. I don't even have a mask.
I would be more than happy to serve as your escort and spend this pleasant evening at your side. Do not concern yourself with the mask. I brought an extra for you in such a predicament. A proper Turian always comes prepared, after all.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
Come now, Suraya. Let Officer Atacia show you how amazing of a Turian he can be. She would love to be with you this evening, officer.
Jorik.
Excellent. I would experience no greater pleasure than joining you for a lovely dance. It would also be a great opportunity for us to properly speak to one another again. Our last encounter was difficult.
Difficult is certainly one way to put raiding my office and dragging my boss away in an ambulance.
I hope you understand why that was all necessary. We didn't breach and clear your radio show on a whim, after all. In the moment, however, I may have been a bit short with you.
I appreciate what you did, so there's really no need for all this. You simply did your job. There's nothing to apologize for.
Very well. In that case, what is new with you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, mostly just doing this radio show thing. GMZW probably takes up far too much of my time. Really, what's up with you?
That's all right. I understand the value of long hours at work. I'm the same way, but aside from CSEC, I've been reading a lot more.
That's so?
I tend to read operational reports, news stories, maybe the occasional biography. There was a fascinating one I read just recently about humans, actually. One of your most
That
famous pre-space age
sounds
criminals, Al Capone.
Fascinating.
Genius.
Really? Yeah.
You still seem a bit on edge. Is everything truly all right? There's no shame in experiencing trauma after such an event, Suraya. Many of the officers I've worked with have dealt with stress disorders after situations like the
I'm
one.
fine, Atacia. Really.
I have my doubts.
I see no reason for this ordeal to stand in the way of our friendship.
Friendship? We've only really met twice. Once on the air during an ill-advised prank call, and the other during... Well, you know.
I agree, so why don't we start fresh now? Tonight. If you need to talk about what happened, I've been through this before, and I can assist in...
Atacia.
Suraya, for this evening, please call me Maltus.
Maltus. That's... enough.
Have you decided to seek assistance? I'm sure that your employer, Mr. Rock, would be willing to give you time off to...
We were off the air for 6 months after the incident. I really don't need any more time off. Look, it's just... I'd rather not think about it. At least not tonight. Okay?
Okay.
So...
Man, I am hungry. These functions never provide enough food. Maltus, you think you can find something for us to eat?
No problem. That I can do. I will return.
Well now, Officer Maltus Atacia.
Right? Where did that come from? Man. Anyway, Jorik, how are you doing?
What do you mean, Suraya?
Well, where's your date? Where's Miss Moonflower?
Starflower.
Starflower of Earthchild.
First, we are not dating. We're here as friends. Second, Suraya, not that it's relevant, but she's busy with work. As Mr. Rock said, a big event such as this is a perfect networking opportunity, and Sara's using it to try to get the word out about her animal shelter.
Oh! It's Zara now. Awfully close, aren't you?
It's not like that.
Oh, come on now, Jorik. You know me. Did you really think I wouldn't want to find out about how all this happened?
I honestly feel that you're reaching a bit. It is not a thing.
We just had Soraya's sharing corner. Now it's your turn to hold the talking stick. Let it all out.
I don't understand why I need a talking stick, but I understand your point. Fine. However, it's not like that, and I will prove it to you. Well, Sara approached me after work the other night.
Ah, casual bit of stalking. Excellent way to start a relationship.
It's not like that. Do you want to hear the rest of this or not?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
She and I talked for a bit. She asked how the girls were doing. I said they were fine, that they're adapting well to their new home, and so on. They really like each other, in fact. Scuffleberry has adopted a leadership position, you see, and I think she's doing
Jorik?
well with the other.
I do not give a shit about your cats.
Right, off topic, my apologies. So, Sara, she, mentioned that she had an extra ticket to the ball, and well, I figured I could go too. You made it sound like it would be a lot of fun, and I didn't want to miss out on it. Plus, it's always good to support CSEC.
And you got to go out on a date with an adoring fan as a bonus.
Suraya, it's not a date.
Oh, of course not, Jorik. That's why you're wearing your best suit.
It's a ball, Suraya. You have to dress up for a ball.
Yes, definitely. So, did you just meet up here?
No, I picked her up at her place, and...
Mm-hmm.
Stop that. I picked her up at her place and got to meet her father, Gerald, who's a very nice...
Jorik! You met her dad? How are you still denying that she wants
Suraya, please. She just lives with her father to save money. It's not like that.
You know his first name!
I know your mother's first name. That doesn't mean I'm dating you.
You only know her name because you opened my mail!
That was an accident, and you know it.
Yeah, and it's completely different. But fine. What happened next on your not date?
We had a few drinks with Gerald, Mr. Snyder. The man has an extensive alcohol collection, by the way. He even had Harmony and Unity, which is a rare brand for a human to have, considering that he doesn't...
Yes. The alcohol was good. But what happened next?
Well, we finished drinks, and her father had his driver take us to dinner at...
Here it comes, folks!
And then... We went out to dinner at on Salarian Ward. I'm on a date.
Glad you finally caught up with the rest of us.
Oh, spirits. Oh, spirits, how did this happen? I didn't mean to go out on a date. What do I do? Suraya, help!
I don't know, Jorik. I really don't. But you know who might.
Oh no, please don't ask.
Lady Love herself, Asar Amore!
Hello, Jorik. I've been listening this whole time, and I am here for you, my friend.
I love my track more.
Welcome back, Asar! So, you had the story. What are your thoughts?
Jorik, the solution is quite simple in this situation. Just talk to her.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite that simple, Asar.
Oh, but my dear, it is that simple. Let me ask you a question. Would you have accepted her invitation had you known this was a date?
I don't know for sure, but, no. I don't think I would have. But I mean, I might have, but I can't say for certain whether... No, I wouldn't. I definitely would not have come along.
You see, this is not going to end well. You need to clear up this miscommunication and let her down gently, because, darling, she's going to find out one way or the other. We are on the air, you know. It's best if she hears it from you.
But how should I do that? I've never had to break up with someone that I didn't even realize I was dating in the first place.
Lucky for you, you know someone who knows how, based on her own personal experience.
Are we getting another sneak preview in Asar Amore's tragic yet beautiful and mysterious backstory?
I certainly think you've earned that much. Let's see. It was... 3.5 centuries ago, perhaps. Onao and I were on a... let's call it a break. We had an argument and were cooling off for a decade.
I don't have a decade to work this out.
We're not to that part of the story yet, dear. Just listen and let your romance guru lead the way. So, I was single again for the first time in a while, and I didn't feel the need to pursue another relationship yet. I chose to remain alone to work out my feelings.
That's usually a pretty good idea, I think.
It most definitely was. It gave me a lot of time to think. During this time, I was helped by my good friend Callus. She was so attentive and kind, and really made the time apart from Onao easier. We would go out to dinner and see vids and go on small vacations together to help get my mind off things.
Oh, I can see where this is going. And I've definitely been there.
I think it is an all too common phenomenon, unfortunately. As you have correctly guessed, Callus and I had different interpretations of what our relationship was. I was, unfortunately, a bit younger and far more inexperienced, so I did not realize what was happening until the moment where she and I were sitting on the couch and, well, she attempted to initiate a more intimate encounter.
So, what happened next?
We did not, if that's what you're asking, Jorik.
Oh, not at all. I was just curious as to how you managed to resolve the situation.
Well, I pushed her away, and then we talked. I explained that I wasn't ready to leave Onao behind. I still had strong feelings for him. I also apologized for making her think we were romantic, as I was not aware of Turian customs, which was the real issue here. Had I been a Turian, I would have known, clear as the Citadel sky, that we were in a relationship.
So that's definitely like Jorik's situation, yeah? He wasn't aware that a human asking you to a dance is usually a romantic invitation.
or having drinks with their father, or making plans for coffee the next day. Honestly, the dinner should have made it, what's the phrase, click for me? Spirits, I'm such a fool.
In your defense, dear, it's easy for us to examine all the parts from the outside. It's a bit harder to see these things as they are happening, as was the situation with myself and Callus.
Did it ruin your friendship?
No. She and I remained good friends until she passed away, 70 years later. She said she would gladly settle for being my friend if we could still spend time together, and apologized for not making her intentions clearer, as well as for misreading mine.
But wasn't it awkward afterwards, with you knowing that she wanted to be intimate with you?
Jorik, darling, there are many people who I know that want to be intimate with me. I'm still quite good friends with most of them, and I've even worked with a few.
Right. So, how should I approach this situation now, then?
Be blunt and honest. Miss Starflower is the type of human who would appreciate that from you. It's part of the reason why so many of her species fall for Turians, I imagine. You are all so straightforward, and they seem to value that.
It's true. Many an old Earth rom-com is based off the stereotype that humans never say what they really mean and cause all sorts of wacky hijinks because of it.
Apply your honesty to the situation, and, while I cannot promise she won't be upset, she will at least respect you more than if you continue this lie. That's my advice.
And it's good advice, Matriarch Amore. Thank you. I think I'm ready to do this.
I certainly hope so, Romeo, because Spaceship Starflower is about to land on planet Jorik.
I didn't mean I was ready now.
Be strong, Jorik.
To be continued.